Welcome back to the channel, sci-fi fans. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most chilling and talked about episodes of Bunker. Season 1, Episode 8, The Signal. If you haven't seen it yet, this is your spoiler warning, because we are breaking down every single moment of this masterpiece. So grab your emergency rations, seal the blast doors, and let's get into it. The episode kicks off in the familiar control room of Bunker 1. The tension is already palpable. Naomi, our brilliant and ever-vigilant technician, is hunched over her console, her face illuminated by the green glow of the screen. It's the first sign of other human life they've had in years, and the atmosphere is electric. We see the readings on her screen, life support signatures, but they're weak, flickering like a dying candle. Marcus, our pragmatic but compassionate leader, is right there with her. He asks a question on everyone's mind. How many survivors? Naomi's reply is a gut punch. 12. Just 12 souls clinging to life somewhere out there in the dark. You can see the weight of this revelation land on Marcus. It's not just a number. It's a responsibility. It's hope tangled up with a terrifying amount of risk. This cold open masterfully sets the stage. It's not about an alien threat or a monster. It's about a human dilemma, and the stakes couldn't be higher. From there, we move into Act 1, into the radio room. This scene is a masterclass in building suspense with just a few words. Marcus, taking charge, sits before the microphone. The room is quiet, the air thick with anticipation. He sends out the call, Bunker 5, identify yourselves. And then there's that pause. It stretches for an eternity, long enough for you to start thinking maybe it was just a ghost signal, a glitch in the system. Then a voice crackles back through the static. It's weak, frail, but it's real. Still here. Just 2 words, but they carry the weight of years of isolation and suffering. Marcus immediately follows up, trying to assess the situation. How long since your last supply shipment? The reply is what turns this from a rescue mission into a horror story. Years. You can see the shock register on Naomi's face. How could anyone survive for years without supplies? It defies all logic, all protocols. Anton, always the voice of caution, the staunch traditionalist, is adamant. We don't open that bunker. His argument is rooted in fear, but also in logic. They have no idea what has happened in Bunker 5 over the years, what diseases could have mutated, what kind of society could have formed in such desperation. Opening that door could doom their own bunker, the last known bastion of stable humanity. But Naomi, driven by empathy, becomes the voice for the survivors. Her plea is simple and powerful. We don't abandon them. For her, the what-ifs don't matter as much as the simple fact that there are people out there who need help. It's a classic head versus heart debate. Into this deadlock steps Marcus, the leader, finding the middle ground. His proposal, send a drone first. It's the perfect compromise. It allows them to gather information, to see what they're dealing with without risking any human lives. After a moment of heavy silence, the council chairman, Ethan, gives the order. Approved. The decision is made, and the course is set for a journey into the unknown. The mood is tense, professional. A sleek reconnaissance drone is being prepped for launch. Marcus is briefing the small team, his voice firm and clear. He gives a direct order. Recon only, no doors open. He's sticking to the plan, minimizing the risk. He wants eyes on the situation, nothing more. The scene ends with the drone being launched into the dark, cavernous transport tube. Our only window into the mystery of Bunker 5. The whir of the drone's engines is the only sound as it disappears into the blackness. Now we get to the really creepy part, the drone's point of view. The journey through the transport tube is unsettling. It's a dark, claustrophobic metal tunnel. Dust motes float in the drone's headlight beam like lost souls. And then we see them. Deep scratches along the walls. The camera, from the drone's perspective, lingers on them. Back in the control room, Marcus voices our own thoughts. That shouldn't be there. These aren't marks from maintenance or equipment. They look frantic, desperate. They look like they were made by hand. It is the first piece of purely physical evidence that the story from Bunker 5 doesn't add up. Something violent and unexplained happened in this tube. The tension escalates as the drone arrives at the entrance to Bunker 5. The massive blast door, which should be sealed tight, is partially ajar. This is a massive red flag. These doors are designed to withstand anything. They don't just drift open. Lights flicker ominously from within the gap. Against all protocols, the drone, following its mission, slips through the opening. Back in Bunker 1's control room, you could hear a pin drop. Everyone is glued to the main screen, their faces a mixture of fear and fascination. We are now fully inside Bunker 5, and it's a ghost town. The drone glides down a hallway littered with broken equipment and overturned medical beds. It's a scene of chaos, but it's old chaos, covered in a thick layer of dust. It looks like the place was abandoned in a hurry long time ago. As the drone continues its silent exploration, Marcus whispers, almost to himself, "Where's everyone?" He expected to see 12 survivors, perhaps huddled together, weak but alive. Instead, there's nothing. No bodies, no life signs, just an eerie, silent tomb. The mismatch between the radio signal and the visual evidence is deeply disturbing. And that brings us to the final heart-stopping scene. Just as Marcus is questioning everything, a motion detection alert flashes on the screen. The drone's camera whips around. And there they are. Standing at the end of the hall, bathed in the drone's light, are 3 figures. They are unnaturally thin, almost skeletal, their clothes hanging off their frames. They just stand there watching the drone, silent, motionless. Then one of them, a man with a hollowed-out face, takes a slow step forward. A horrifying, unnatural smile spreads across his lips. It's not a smile of relief or welcome. It's something else, something predatory. He looks directly into the drone's camera, and his voice, the same weak voice from the radio, comes through the speaker. "We survived." And in that instant, the transmission cuts to static. The screen goes black. We're left in the stunned silence of the control room with Marcus and his team, and the horrifying implications of those 2 words. They survived? But how? What did they become to do it? The episode cuts to black, leaving us with one of the most brilliant and terrifying cliffhangers in modern sci-fi. What an episode. The Signal is a perfect example of how to build suspense and horror without relying on jump scares.